Larry, is it safe to say that you probably couldn't have asked for a better performance from your team heading into Vegas?
Well, yeah, certainly. I thought we shared the ball really well. We were dialed in defensively, had a rebound advantage. Things, made every one of our free throws. It was a good performance by our guys. And, senior night, it's always wonderful to be able to get Brooks in the game for some minutes and a farewell to Donnie. And so, yeah, it was a lot of fun for our guys. The celebration and the smiles, winning's great medicine, and loved the enthusiasm from our bench for all the guys. Lahat stepped up and did some great things, and Brooks scored. So I'm not sure that we could have scripted it any better. It's definitely going to be enjoyed today, and then we've got to start some prep for Vegas and continue to build.
And then to follow up on that really quick, watching on TV, they showed Chune's three, and then you sitting on the bench as Plummer and them were, celebrating in front of you. It was hard to see the look on your face because of your mask, but just what was going through your mind, just seeing how much fun your guys were having in that moment.
Yeah, it was really priceless. It was really priceless. And Lahat is actually he's money in a lot of our shooting games, and he'll stretch out and shoot threes. He shoots with great accuracy. So, not one that we drew up, but it was great to see him making the plays in the post, and then he was confident to let it fly. And the teammates, those guys, a person like Lahat, a lot of the guys that got opportunity to play minutes at the end have been sitting in these empty gyms, providing really the sole energy for their teammates. And so I thought it was remarkable the way that the guys flipped the switch and supported them, every single one of them. And, it's the definition of brotherhood and pulling for each other. So it was special. It was really cool.
Moving along with Josh, go ahead.
Larry, it's been a long season, obviously. When you can find a moment to, to not play Timmy so much and to not play Fawn so much and just to find them some rest, how important is that going into next week?
Well, it's, those Timmy's pretty beat up. He's been playing, with some nagging injuries. And I would think it's safe to say that most guys are this time of year that play a lot of minutes. And, my focus isn't as much on the benefit of allowing those guys to sit as it is the opportunity for the guys that got a chance to come in and play. And, that's where my sole focus is, and the essence of a team. And we need guys to step up, when we're in Vegas. If you're going to have success in Las Vegas, we need the bench and everybody else feeling really good about it. I've always said, I think, you need 4 or 5 guys to play well, to be able to say, yeah, they played good. You don't have to play great, but you have to have a large supporting cast if you're going to advance this time of year. And the enthusiasm that everybody had, and, in all those situations, rest opportunity for some, maybe a chance to get out and get the cobwebs off and feel good about their game, because we don't know what's going to transpire moving forward. So we need everybody.
Just a quick follow-up. Any early thoughts on playing Washington on Wednesday? You obviously played them twice during the regular season. Each home team won. Any thoughts on that early?
Not a whole lot. I don't think there's going to be any surprises as far as what they do. They're a unique zone team with a lot of length and, provide or present a lot of different challenges for you. They got good size and good senior leadership in their backcourt. And I think those are things that are always valuable this time of year. So we'll enjoy this one, but it'll be an interesting prep, getting ready for what it is that they try to do and the issues that zone presents. That'll be one of the biggest challenges, I think, for us.
All right, going back to Trevor Allen.
What has Donnie Daniels meant to your program over the last couple of years?
Yeah, it's a great question. Trevor, I'm not sure if you can measure it. He's one of the finest human beings I've come across in the game in many years that we weren't on the same staff together. but you cross paths in the recruiting circles. He always has time for everybody. He's got one of the, the biggest hearts that I've come across in coaching, and really no ego, a lot of things that you look for in human traits. And he's done, as was said on the video, he's got a remarkable family. That's ultimately the most important thing, is his family, but he's always been a father figure. And I could probably jab him a little bit, and almost a grandfather figure to a lot of young kids. And having him in our program, I think has validated. He's been able to speak to everybody. He's been around a bunch of great players, at UCLA, Gonzaga here. He can speak from experience, and he speaks from the heart. And so that sounding board with our players and the relationships that he's developed, it's really immeasurable. And so I told him when we did the photo in front of his jersey, he's one of the finest people that you come across, that I've come across in coaching, and had the utmost respect for him. And the fact that he wanted to come back and help this school, he's always had Utah very close to his heart, and this is where he'll retire. And the fact that he wanted to come back here and lend a hand, I think is pretty dang cool, especially since he quasi retired once at Gonzaga. So, we can't speak to how much everybody values his friendship and his basketball acumen and everything. So, I could sit here and keep rambling, because it's really, there's not enough time and not enough words, but it's real. Everybody that knows him, knows Donnie Daniels, knows that he's real, and he's, I think, got a lot of the characteristics that a lot of us basketball coaches that would like to have.